So Anne actually got a head start and started peeling or just slicing actually about 2 pounds of peaches. I like to keep it nice and rustic, so you really don't have to peel them. Just wash them real well and you know, slice them up. These days everything is, you know, the fun word is rustic, which means it doesn't have to be perfect and means less hassle for me. Don't have to peel those peaches. I actually like kind of the texture of the skin, and you can see these peaches are just wonderful. When I'm making like peach cobblers, peach crisps, or anything that you're going to be baking the peaches, I want those peaches to be a little bit firm, but not like rock hard. So when you're picking them out at the grocery store, you don't want the real soft ones that would be better for eating out of hand. You want them a little bit more firm so that they'll hold up when you bake them in the oven and not fall apart. So to my peaches, I'm going to sweeten them up with a little bit of sugar. Just depends on how sweet you want them. And then I love the combination of, you know, almonds and peaches together. It's really wonderful. So when I was putting this recipe together, I thought, why not, instead of just doing a peach crisp, take it to that next level and do an almond peach crisp. So we're going to put a little almond extract in with the peaches, and then we're going to have a great crunchy almond topping that's going to go on top. So almond extract is super strong. I love the smell of it. I could like take a bath in this stuff. It's so good. But a little dab will do you. So you really don't want more than a teaspoon or two in here. And then I'm just going to coat the peaches. And if you're doing this at home, maybe let it hang out in the sugar and almond extract for a half hour or so while you're checking your emails and cooking dinner, unloading the dishwasher, stuff like that. So that they'll kind of, the fancy word is macerate. So they'll basically kind of start releasing some of their juices. Just like you toss strawberries with sugar, same idea. Okay, so we're going to let those hang out a little bit and we're going to work on the topping. The topping, which is my favorite part of any kind of a crisp, I mean, come on, it's the best part. It's a real easy throw together recipe, and that's why I love crisps and crumbles and you know, great summer dessert recipes, because you don't have to be in the kitchen the whole time. I mean, this is just easy to throw together. And the same method that we're doing, you can do with berries. You know, you can do lots of different crisps and, you know, apples, the same type of thing. So we've got some flour, some more sugar. We're going to use granulated sugar and brown sugar. We've got some oats and a pinch of salt. So I'm going to mix that together. Had dinner last night outside, and it was so lovely. I like to eat outside in the summer when you can. It was not too hot, it was not too cold, it was just right. It was really nice. Can't believe that the kids are going to be starting school soon. Ireland actually starts, going to be a freshman in high school, starts high school. Well, she has like freshman retreat and orientation and stuff like that, August 14th. I know, it's like crazy. That's a couple weeks away, and then Riley's going to go back to school, so back to college, so we're just kind of savoring every minute of it. Okay, so now we've got some cold butter that I'm going to use a pastry blender, or if you don't have one of those, you could use like 2 forks or 2 knives. And this is going to create that nice crumbly topping. So you just kind of have to work it by hand. Just takes a minute or two. So Anne will not let me go shopping with her to help pick out her new outfit for her makeover. She says she just wants to do it herself. I'm like, but you need somebody else's opinion. I might try and figure out a way to make that happen. At least can you like email me pictures of it or something? And if I totally disapprove. No camera, no Oh, there's Anne. Uh-oh, she can't stand it when we get her on camera. Uh-oh, I'm going to be such in the doghouse. I was not responsible for that. You have to blame Greg and Abby, my producer and director, for that. But there is her before, and then Monday you have to watch, and you'll see all glammed out. Are you going to go blonde or something?
I think they're going to buzz cut me and bleach blonde.
Oh, okay. Abby says they're going to post pictures. Well, you'll be watching Good Day anyway. You're not going to get rid of her Crocs, though. The makeover, that's probably not going to happen. Right? Yeah. There's some things she's going to hold on to. So, the pink Crocs are staying. We wouldn't even know Anne without her pink Crocs. Okay. At home, you'll maybe do this a little, work it a little bit longer so it's even a little bit more crumbly. You kind of want it like little pea-sized crumbles, but this will be good for now. All right, let's start putting this dessert together. I'm going to do this in a big casserole dish, but you can also, and very much on trend these days at all the cool restaurants, are individual desserts. So you can do them and bake these in little ramekins so that everybody gets their own, and it's like extra special and very fun. So that's a cool thing to do. And those ramekins have really come down in price, or you could even pick them up at, you know, Goodwill, garage sales, things like that. I just am tossing the fruit with a little bit of flour, a couple tablespoons, and that's going to create kind of a peach gravy, a nice peach sauce. Okay, so down go our peaches. Again, we're doing one casserole, but it is really fun to do a bunch of little mini ones. You just have to make sure you've got an oven-safe dish. And now we're going to take some of this crumbly topping, and as you can see, all my recipes have a boatload of topping, because that's really kind of the best part, I think. No skimping on that. Spoon some of this great crumbly over the top, which that butter is going to make it brown and golden, and the oatmeal is going to give it a little texture. Sometimes I'll throw some raspberries in too, so it's a raspberry peach crisp, and that's kind of a fun thing to do, just up to you, or even blueberries would be great. And then again, we're carrying out that whole almond thing. We had the almond extract in with the peaches, so we're going to throw some sliced almonds over the top just for some crunch. And again, that's just going to take, you know, mom's crisp, the crisp that you grew up with, just to that next level. Kicking it up a notch, I guess. Okay, so that's it. You are done. You can do this a little bit ahead, especially when I'm entertaining. We have a lot of visitors to our cottage in the summer, and I like to wow everybody when they're not expecting dessert and all of a sudden pull something out of the oven and say, hey, I've got dessert. You know, like to look like a rock star, which is always fun. So you can park this in the fridge. You kind of get everything prepped, and I wouldn't do it too much ahead of time, but you could certainly park this in the fridge a couple hours before and then bake it off. Nothing is better than this warm out of the oven, and that's one thing that I'm big on. You know, I mean, if you can pull it warm out of the oven, that's really the best way to serve it. Leftovers reheat in the microwave, but man, yeah, vanilla ice cream on top, warm out of the oven, that rocks. Okay, so it's that's going to bake for about 45 minutes, 350. Bake it uncovered. The little ramekins are going to take you know, a lot less time, maybe 20, 25 minutes, depending on how big your little casseroles are. We have a couple of them going, and they're super cute, and we want to show them to you. Well, they're really hot right now, so thank you. All right. And so they get kind of bubbly and, oh, yummy, and the peaches cook, and vanilla bean ice cream on the top, and I am one happy camper. So there you go. The little ones, we've got a couple more in the oven. We'll plate them up, and we'll all be able to dig in just a little bit. So homemade almond peach crisp recipe is on the website, and you got to make that sometime this summer.